And we are back. Welcome back to Keene Ice for the start of the second period. Southern Maine leads Keene State 1-0. Thanks to the goal from Jillian Jackson, her second of the season on the deflection out in front of the net. The Owls look real slow out there in the first period. I like that. It's a nice touch to the scoreboard in the corner, the Christmas tree with the lights. It's the holiday season. Look, we're keeping it on the screen there. It's nice. It's beautiful. We got the lights on the scoreboard. And we are underway here for second period action. We'll see if the Owls are able to get things going here in this period as they were completely outmatched by Southern Maine. Here's Stewart. That pass intended for Cook, but missed the mark on that one. Now Cook behind the net. Pressure coming from D'Souza. Pins her on the boards. Up top, Stewart fires one. The rebound's still there. Chung sticks out the pad. Another unbelievable save as she lost her stick. And Stewart, I believe, will be called for a penalty. Yeah, that is classless from Olivia Stewart, whacking the stick of Ai Chung into the corner.
I think also Maddie D'Souza got a little bit of a save too.
Yeah, but seeing that out of one of your captains is not good. So I'm assuming it will be an unsportsmanlike conduct call on Stewart.
Now this really creates an opportunity for Keene State to try to get some momentum going. 2 minutes of hard work, put your power play line out there, get a goal, tie this thing up.
29 seconds into the second period, a huge spot for the Owls. USM wins the draw, and it's cleared all the way down. Chung comes out to play it. Pressure from Cook. The Huskies rushing one player on the kill. Good old diamond +1, the formation that hockey players like to call it. That pass intercepted. Woodford will play it back down and apply pressure on Kensley Good. That went off the referee's skate. Fortunate bounce for the Huskies. Here's Cook, the backhand, patted away by Chung. No rebound. Chung, another save. Pressure from behind. McNeil eliminated a potential goal for Cook on the third try.
The ref wanted an assist on that play, it seemed.
Just an unfortunate break for Keene State. Now that one poked back in the neutral zone. The Owls' struggles of puck management continue. Here's McLeod behind the net. Good plays it up the boards, but now the Huskies have really solidified themselves in the offensive zone on the penalty kill. 50 seconds of power play time left for Keene State. Bazin curls. Up to Patrick. Patrick tripped from behind. No call there. Oh, that gave me flashbacks of the Noah Chari trip in the 2019 Cup Final. But that one taken away by Edmonds. Gets it in deep. The Owls will go for a change. And sent all the way down. Here's D'Souza. 20 seconds of power play time left. Not a great first look at the Sullivan Tire power play for Keene State. Here's Bazin. Now Ian Tosca tried to find Spinelli, was unable. Now Bazin deflected on net, and Jones will tie it up for a whistle.
Yeah, I mean, the penalty kill from USM is virtually perfect.
It really seemed like a power play for them.
To be honest, if you're able to kill a penalty and still get more shots on goal than the team that's on the power play, no comment.
And Ai Chung had to make some big saves as well.
Absolutely.
That draws one to Grace Bazin. Back to even strength. Staying at the far hash mark. Edmonds gets a chip on it. Here's Spinelli. Behind the net. Up top for D'Souza. Handles it. Plays it back down to Spinelli. Now on the near hash mark, working with Woodford. Edmonds behind the net. Tries the center one. Ian Tosca fires the pad, save by Jones. Now down the ice. Here's Murphy trying to work on Bazin. Eigler gets a touch on it. Woodford works in the corner with Norman. Ian Tosca there to take it away. But to the stick of Thompson. Good spin there. Trying to avoid Pomajba. Here's Norman now. To taken away. Chasing after it. Power now behind her own net. Plays it off the boards. Good step there from Finke. She'll curl. And gets it taken away again. Here comes Alizakov. Gains the line. Now a shot from Chason, sticked away by Chung. Alizakov now. Donahue able to keep it in. Finke gets it out. Here's Pomajba. Over the red line, she'll dump it in, and the Owls will get a full change here. So the defense having to get back. Luckily, Southern Maine wasn't aware. So a risky full change, but it pays off. McNeil plays one back to Jones. Jones up top to Good. Good tries to get a shot. It's directly into the stick of Alizakov. And she is pressured from behind by Good. What a back check from Kensley Good as Beastrom fell at center ice. Alizakov almost had a breakaway. Now here come the Owls 3-on-2. Patrick into the center. Shoots. It's deflected wide. Now McNeil plays it off the side of the cage. She'll get it back. Backhands one over to Jones. It's on the near hash mark. Jones a nice move, but too many defenders there as Jackson takes it away. Jackson gains the blue. Works in the right circle. Now plays it up to the left point. Here's Grant. Shot on goal, still out in front. And Chung's able to clear it away with the help of Kensley Good. And that one retrieved by Capone. Here's McLeod. Pressure from Ian Tosca and Bazin. She'll cycle one down to Jackson. Jackson. Good, plays it back into the corner. McLeod. A shot out in front, and Chung is able to make the save on Shagnon.
You know, I want to go back to that play with Kensley Good, where she lost the puck originally and then did a fantastic job to work back and win it back for her team. Now, that's something we always talk about, at least in soccer. You lose the ball, you've got 6 seconds is our thing. We call it the 6-second rule. You have 6 seconds to get that ball back. And that's exactly what you want to see. Somebody, they don't put their head down after they make a mistake.
There's a chance out in front. The puck squeaks through the blue paint. Yeah, the touch on in hockey, back-checking is one of the most important things. That's exactly what Kensley Good did. That's why she was our key player to look at tonight. But back-checking even for the forwards, it's more important for the forwards as they have further to go. They need to be back defensively. Here's a chance for the Huskies. 2-on-1. Hughes, the shot from Cook, and Chung makes the save. Now behind the net, Thompson. Centering pass, Hughes couldn't make any attempt on it. D'Souza, now Finke. Unable to chip it out. That puck intercepted by Stewart. Works it on goal, Olivia Stewart. Chung makes the save. Now Hughes puts one to the far point. Thompson keeps it in. Here's Cook. In between the circles, backhands when the puck's still there, goes through the blue paint again. Jones unable to get it out. Stewart puts it down low. Cook, centering pass. Here's Rochefort, fires it off the side of the cage. And Jones is finally able to chip it out, but here comes USM again. Donahue enters the zone. 1-on-4, that shot blocked off D'Souza's foot. No one there on the hash marks. It's taken by Murphy. Here's Donahue. Patrick takes it in the corner. Chipped around for McNeil. Kept in by USM. D'Souza. Off glass. Jones gets it out for the time being. Jackson takes control of it. Here's Woodford. Pardon me, that's Eigner. Now here's McNeil. Finally gets a shot on goal, easily turned away by Jones, but that's the perfect decision to make. The Owls need shots on net. They do that. If they keep doing that, they'll be in good shape. Now here's Donahue. Chipped along by Murphy. Stewart in the neutral zone. 12 minutes remaining here in the second period. Tosca loses the battle there. DeMayo fires it, it's blocked. Now DeMayo fanned on the initial attempt. And now here's another 2-on-1 for USM. Woodford off the pad, and no one is there for the rebound. A beautiful idea there for Mackenzie Woodford, shooting for a rebound. Now Tosca will shoot that one deflected high. Here's Grant. 2 USM players back in the neutral zone. Trying to catch the Owls in the chains, are unable. Pomajba shoots the save by Jones, and Capone will take control of it.
Well done though by Keene. You know, they're starting to rack up a couple more shots on goal, which is what you need, like you exactly mentioned. You start racking up shots on goal, eventually one's going to fall. You can't score if you don't shoot.
That's a great point. I mean, like, my coach would always say it. Get over the blue line. If you have nothing, put it on net. As here's Finke, that one blocked. Goes through the slot into the far corner. And Finke there to throw a shoulder behind the net. Capone tries to fire one cross ice. She gets it there this time. Elizakov, 2-on-2. She'll shoot that one, and it goes wide to the right. Here's Jackson. Great pressure there from Kensley Good. Norman. McNeil gets it out for Tabby Jones. 1 man to beat. Thompson, now 3 men to beat. The shot off the pad. Jones is there to make the save. The puck still loose behind her. It's cleared out by USM. What a chance. That's the chance the Owls have been looking for all game. Yeah, hopefully that's a momentum booster.
That puck made it past Maggie Jones. It might have hit the iron, I think. I don't know who it hit, what it hit. Somehow it didn't hit the back of the net. That
shot's blocked. Here's Jones, a tired Owls line out there. She'll get over the blue line. Toe drags, that one deflected high. Here's Tosca. The rest of the Owls forwards going for a change. Edmonds chips one for Stewart. Stewart across DeMayo. DeMayo on the ice. Takes the foot of Thompson out as she falls. And now Thompson will control it. She'll exit the zone. Gains the red line. Dumps it in deep. DeMayo. USM in a change. Benali calling for it. She finally gets it. Now a bad centering pass taken away by Cook, but a better back check there from Spinelli. So we've seen that a couple times this period. The Owls really making up for their mistakes. As here's Stewart. A centering pass intercepted by Tosca. Pressure from behind. She's able to get it out of the zone and loses it in the neutral zone again, but DeMayo's there to pick it up. DeMayo walks in, shoots, blockered away by Jones. Another good shot on net. That's what the Owls need. Here comes Stewart. Lead pass for Cook. Good stick there by Beestrom. As 2 Owls collide, they can't get anything going. The line switched up again. Norman, Pomajba, and Finke. There's the forward line out there for Keene State. Norman, a nice move there. She has speed. 3-on-2. Entering the zone. Tries to leave it for Pomajba, but couldn't get anything there either. Finke now picks up the loose puck. Works it on goal and couldn't get a shot off. Norman tries to find the rebound. The puck's still there, and it's cleared out by USM.
Another fantastic opportunity for Finke there. Thought that was the chance. Even off the rebound, too.
Patrick couldn't handle the pass. Donahue gets it poked away. Jones finds it in the feet of Murphy, and she'll dump that one in deep.
Keene State's really settled in, though, the last couple minutes to starting to work through. It took that power play to kind of get them going, but now they're starting to work through.
Now that puck's still loose, and it's now behind the net. McNeil with the backhand and the save made by Jones. Here's Thompson. Or pardon me, Woodford. Up for Eagler. As Eigler tries to center one, Chung is able to block her away. McNeil up for Jones. Now icing. As Grant retreats to control the puck. The Owls another full change. That one ahead for Eigler. But she'll end up dumping that one in deep. Now a weird bounce sticking right in between the foot and the post there. With Chung, we'll get an offensive zone face-off for the Huskies.
I think it went up onto the net there, Teddy. Because Chung had to kick it out.
Usually that won't be blown for a minute. I think they actually call it Chung for the tie-up in between the foot and the post.
There you go.
And they're going to clear the snow away from that area. Just to help the puck move a little bit there, as you don't want to get it getting stuck.
You know the snow will end up back there soon.
It will. It will. It always does from the goalkeeper. That draw is won by USM. Thompson over to Capone. That one patted away by Chung into the corner. Here's Alizakov. Down low power. Tries to tuck one in. Chung is able to get the pad on it. Now a shot easily handled by Chung. DeMeo over to Spinelli. Cross ice, Ian Tosca. Able to get the chip around Rochefort. Rochefort, a nice angle there. Here's Edmonds. Shoots, and the save made by Jones. The rebound still there. Now ends up behind the net. Here's Alizakov. Good step there by Ian Tosca, keeping it alive. The Owls forwards will go for a change. Here comes USM. Alizakov floats one through the neutral zone. Icing is waved off. Here's DeMeo. Behind the net to Good. Now Pomajba. Lost the handle. The Owls get it out. McLeod. Poked away by Brianna Finke. And now Norman at the red line. That pass behind Finke and taken away. Here comes Arantz. Now Shagnon tries to move into the slot. It's knocked away. Donahue the drive and patted away by Chung.
The Walmart aid.
Now Finke unable to get it out. Behind the net it goes. A tough angle there taken by Good, but she gets there first. Ahead for Pomajba. She can't get there. Donahue works the line and she's offsides. So we'll have a neutral zone face-off. 5:44 to go here in the middle frame.
Yeah, I mean, we probably could have talked about this in the pregame, that you knew this was going to be a low-scoring game. Two of the best goaltenders in the LEC facing off, only separated by 0.1% in save percentage. So you knew it was going to happen, and we're definitely seeing it happen.
Here's Bazin. Up for McNeil. Yeah, Chung 26 saves. Maggie Jones has stopped all 13 she's seen. Grant tied up behind the net. D'Souza. Great step there. Keeps it alive. She goes down, and the Owls, I believe, will go to the power play here. Or, we're calling it a hand pass. So it's a hand pass called on the Owls. I thought it was going to be the penalty call as D'Souza went down, but well, the neutral zone face-off as Souza whacked it with her hand while down on the ice. 5:18 to go in the second period. Owls second line out there. McNeil back with Patrick and Jones. The regular line that head coach Rob Morgan likes to keep together. Here's Stewart. Tries the center one, knocked away by Bazin. And now she'll carry that of the zone. Bazin, a nice move. Feeds it to Patrick. The Owls are on sides. Patrick shoots. It's blocked. And now here's Cook. Lead pass too far for Stewart. McNeil off the boards. Dumped in by Capone. Bazin. Around to D'Souza. Trouble with it on the far hash mark. She'll wrap that one back around. Bazin will hold it on the boards. And tries to backhand it up the boards, but it's taken away by the Huskies. Stewart. Now Bazin again in the near corner. Spinelli took a bad angle. That shot blocked. Ian Tosca out there on the wing. That's something you don't see often. As now she handles it. Floats it out of the zone. Thompson's the first one there. She'll stop behind their net, wait for reinforcements. That one played off the boards. As now here's Murphy. Cuts into the slot. Murphy tries to leave one for Eigler, but Eigler couldn't get there. Murphy gets it again. Still has time. Couldn't make that last move around Stewart. Takes it away. Stewart gives it away now. Donahue keeps it in. Murphy once more. Wraps it around. DeMayo lost the handle. Igler tries to center one. Iantosca there to take it away, but Iantosca can't get it out. Now here comes Iantosca over the red line. 1-on-4, makes one nice move. Couldn't get the second one as she goes down. Donahue will take it in the far corner. We approach 3 minutes remaining here in the second period. Here's Igler. Onside, shoots. Chung makes the save. The rebound still there off the side of the net. Woodford another try. Still whacking away at it. Almost the chase on, but now in the far corner. Wiseman didn't know where it was. Kept in by Donahue. Chase on now. Wraps it back for Woodford. Too far, and DeMayo will be there to take it away. Now Wiseman can't handle that one. Donahue's drive is blocked. Norman can't get the touch on it. Wiseman does. And it's back to the Huskies. Elizakov. They're still on sides. Here's Grant. Stewart knocks it away. Grant in the far corner. Around. Stewart will meet Chase on. Taken away by Power. Finke. DeMayo plays it up, but to the stick of Capone, she shoots. It's blockered away by Chung. Elizakov wraps it around again. A centering pass. Couldn't get to anybody. Finke, a nice move. Here she comes with speed. 2-on-1. Finke, can she beat Grant on the outside? No. Curls back. Has some space. Makes a nice move. And will now sit in the far corner. Plays it off of a defender. Now a centering pass put wide by Patrick. Here's Good. Centers one deflected by Patrick. She'll handle it behind the net. Patrick over. And Good is unable to keep it in. Final 90 seconds here in the middle frame. Here's Beestrom. Handled by McNeil. Drops it for Patrick. Patrick comes away with it. Shoots. It goes way high. And Beestrom is unable to keep it in. That one goes into the Owls bench. Beestrom and Jackson both went down. As there's a look at head coach Amy Watson. She was the pregame lineup reader in the locker room, getting the girls going for this LEC matchup tonight. Longtime field hockey head coach. Retired as an LEC champion once again.
And retired as a coach of a program of an astonishing history, to be honest.
That one poked along by Jackson. Tries to center one to McLeod. Under a minute left here in the second. Here's Iantosca. Over to Edmonds. Chips one along. Taken back by Rochefort. Iantosca goes down. Fans looking for a call. We play on. Here's D'Souza. And the whistle blown.
I think that was a delayed penalty.
Did the linesmen have their hand up?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's delayed.
I believe it was offsides, yes. Here's a tip for you, Carson. If the referee makes the penalty calls, the linesman will call offsides and ice.
Well,
more you know.
You've now just outed me as a not extremely knowledgeable hockey person.
Well, you did it to me in the soccer games.
That's
so
true. You know what?
You did it to me in the soccer games.
I totally did that. I remember exactly that day, too.
That one played through the neutral zone. Thompson plays it back up the boards. McLeod finds Jackson. She'll chip it in deep. 25 seconds left here in the second. That one played in on goal. A bouncing puck goes to the near corner as DeMayo plays it up the boards. Here's Pomajba. One last rush for the Owls under 10. Finke fires one through the feet and easily sticked aside by Jones. Finke goes down behind the net, but that will do it for the second period. A scoreless period, still 1-0 Huskies. Chung making a lot more saves, keeping the Owls in it, as we're back in about 15 minutes for the start of period number 3 in this LEC showdown on the Owls Media Network.